we are covering Pandas and object-oriented programming practice, which we are analyzing the data, and the topic will be support ticket analyzer. So we will having some kind of file like Excel or CSV file that we will import, and we will perform some different operation over there. So we will analyzing the data using different methods. Okay, so that video will help you on the guys who are preparing for the data engineers, right? That will definitely help you a lot for them. So stay tuned and watch this video completely. That will definitely help you. So what we are going to cover on them. So we are having a support ticket resolution analysis. So let's say we are having one problem. What is the problem? A company track customer support ticket logs. Each log include ticket ID, agent, date and status. So status should be solved, pending or escalated. Analyze support performance metrics. Let's say we are having a data frame structures like ticket ID, agents, dates and status. So these are the different information that we directly get from the source that will be input. So here we will read this in the form of CSV file, right? So what are the operations we are going to perform? So here we are going to perform 5 operations. First we are creating the data frame. So data frame is a part of Pandas. So first create structured data frame from the list or file path. So we will read one file. The file will be CSV file and will convert into a data frame. So data frame again it will be in the form of row and column, right? Second, we will compute the monthly solve rate. So in monthly solve rate, like what is the agent having, what is the particular rate, solve rate, like how many has solved how many particular ticket, right? So what is this ticket we are having, like suppose solved. So like for example, Alex is having a 1 solve and Alex is having a 1 escalated. So what is the solve rate for Alex? That is 50%, right? For Rohan, that is a 0%. So that way we have to analyze who is solving in how much percentage, right? So that we have to analyze, compute monthly solve rate. In monthly, how many agent are doing how many solve, right? So that is having a solve rate. Add escalation flag. That means we have to add one escalation flag. How many tickets got escalated due to some reason, whatever it could be, right? Escalation means it is may go to your manager or may go to your higher authority, right? Where they will take some strict action. Why you did not solve this particular ticket on this particular time period? So we'll directly contact to the agent. Why you did not support this particular ticket on this particular time period? So that is a kind of escalation. So we do add one escalation flag. If it is escalated, that we are adding 1, right? If status equal to escalated, right? Otherwise it will say 0. So escalated equal to 1 if status equal to escalated. Other than that, it will be 0. Like for example, for Alex, there is a 1 ticket escalated, right? For Rohan, no ticket escalated, right? So Alex, it could be 1 and for Rohan, it could be 0. So that way it will analyze, right? Next, high escalation count. Who is having a more escalation, right? Like 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, whatever it is. So we do make a one kind of threshold value here. So we do make who is having a like more than 1 escalation, that could be like a higher escalation. 1 escalation could be considerable, right? But if it is having a more than 1 escalation, then we have to find on them. And last, we have to calculate the summary for them. So these are the 5 operations that we are going to perform in the example. So we will having a Python example that we are going to understand. So let's say here, this is a one kind of our ticket, that CSV file. So it is a CSV file which are having a like ticket ID, agent, date and status. So these are the columns. So ticket ID having a like 501 till 5010, agent is having a this, date is having a that, status is having a this. So these are the files which we have. On that we have to perform some operation. So what operation, let's understand with the code now. So now we are directly moving to the code here. So let me make some more highlight that. So here we are having a ticket analyzer. So we are importing the pandas first. So it is having a different function, create data frame, monthly solve rate, right? Next it is having a like add escalation flag. Then it is having a like high escalation agent, and then last it is having a summary status. So these all are the function. So if you are aware about the Python practice, so their function will not be executed. So there is a one class. So if you want to call this function, execute this function, we have to directly come to outside the function. So it will start execution from the line number 91. So first line number 19 and 91 will execute. So what is happening here? It is creating one object of the ticket analyzer, right? And first what we are creating, we are using analyzer.create ticket data frame. So what it is doing, it is reading the data frame from the location. So in the project itself, we are having a one ticket.csv file which are having this data. So it will read this particular file. So we are providing the location of this, the data frame. If it is any other drive, we do give a drive location there. So it is directly taking away ticket.csv, it will directly read that. And what is happening here, we are calling this function and we are passing this ticket.csv. So let's go to this function. So this function is taking a file path as an argument and returning as a data frame. So whatever arrow after arrow we are keeping, right, these are return value here. So it is taking the path of the file in the form of str. So here it is saying read CSV. So pandas having a one function like read CSV, which will take a file name, file path, whichever file path we have. So that is a file name. So it will directly convert into data frame and same it will return. So it will back to this function itself. So df it will return. So what we do get here, we do get this data frame. So my CSV has converted into a data frame. Simple. There is nothing kind of complex logic on that, right? Next, that is a kind of bit tricky approach. Please understand them carefully. So here we are solving monthly solve rate. So in monthly solve rate, what we are going to do, so we are going to analyze something. So monthly solve rate, let me tell you this in the form of diagram, then you will get more idea about that. So what is the meaning of monthly solve rate? Monthly solve rate means how many agent has solved how many particular ticket with percentage, right? Like for example, Alex's solving rate is 60%. John's solve rate is 50%. Rohan's solve rate is 0%. So that way we have to calculate, we have to analyze this data and we have to display. So that could be the output of this particular function. So inside this function, we will use some of the function, predefined function like groupby. So let's come to this program first, right? So what is happening in the program? So in the program, first what we are taking, because we have to calculate month wise, right? So month wise, first we are getting the month. So this data frame, it will take the date column. From the date column, it will take a 7 characters. How many characters? 7 characters. So that means 4 will be 4, that will give me a month only, right? Then we are calculating the total. So total could be what? So here we are using one function like groupby. So groupby, we are using 2 column agent comma month. So what is the use of groupby? Let's understand. Okay. So what groupby does, it is split the data into groups and allow calculation on the each group. Like for example, suppose we are having agent having a status like John is having like solve, and John is having like pending. So how many agent we have? 2 agent we have. So what the groupby will do, it will create a 2 groups. It will create a 2 groups. One group it will create for the John and one group it will create for the Mike, right? So that way it will create. So groupby, it will count number of agent, how many it is. It is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if it is having a 3 name, that time it will be 3 groups, because here we are counting the groupby as per the agent only, and it will give a total number of status. So that will be, it will group. It is same like a groupby function of SQL, right? And same here we are counting the size. So total size, like for example, John is having a total size 3, and what is the total size of Mike? Like 1. So that way this groupby will work. So what is happening here? It is directly grouping agent with a specific month, right? And it is calculating the total size of it. And here it is giving the name, the total tickets of this particular, like here it is having agent plus month, right? So that means it will give a specific name of the column. So the column name will be total tickets. So here we are getting a one total tickets column, which will having a like total number of like agent having a total number of counting, how many number of count, right? Next here we are using solve ticket. So in the solve we are checking the status equal to solve. If it is state equal to solve, then it is taking groupby with the agent comma month. So that means in one particular month with a specific agent, how many number of solve ticket. So let's understand here. So here normal whatever, right, we are getting size of complete. Like for example, here we are getting size of 3 here. Now here if I will get only the solve ticket count, so that means this John will be having a 2 count and Mike will having a 1 count, right? So that time here it is counting the total number of status, but in this what we are doing, we are saying please give me only the solved ticket. So solve will be 2. So it will count the solved ticket and it will give a solved ticket for them. So we will having a 2 things. Total ticket we have, like for example 3, and what is the solved ticket, that is having a, like suppose 2. Then we have to merge them. So we have to merge them in a one particular way. So what is happening in the merge? Here we are using total.merge. So merge is a one function. So what merge is doing, let's understand here. So what merge is doing, merge is kind of merging both what, that tickets and, like for example merge is doing both what, it is taking, okay, merge with the solved, right? So total we have like total ticket, and solve we having like solve ticket. So total with solve, it is going to merge, and here we are using how it is doing, it is performing the left join operation. So it is a kind of join operation where we are merging total with the solve. So total will having a total number of ticket, and solve will having like ticket which is already solved, right, on agent comma month. So left will say that please take all the column from the total and the matching column from the solved, right? And fillna we are using, that is a function. If it is a no solved ticket, that time if it is having a null value, so fillna will be keep like 0 there. So that way it is going to merge, right? Next what we are going to here, we are calculating the total solve rate. So total solve rate, how we can calculate, it is a one formula. So solved ticket divide by total ticket. So solved ticket, suppose 3 divide by 2 multiply by 100. So 3 divided by 2, that could be 1.5 around. So I can say like it could be a some percentage that it will calculate, right? That you can calculate. So it is a simple formula, solved ticket divided by total ticket, and it will multiply by 100. So that way it will merge them. So merge means it is saying that, okay, I want display 3 columns, agent, month and solve rate. So that way it will perform this operation. So it is returning here in this format only. So agent, month and solve rate. So agent is like Alex. Alex, it will count total number of like for example, so Alex we having how many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 Alex that ticket is having, right? How many solved? So Alex has solved 1, right? 2, 3 it solved, right? 3 solved and total is 5. So 5 divided by 3 multiply 100. So that will percentage will become 60, and month is also there, right? So June 2024 solve rate is 60%. Same like John, it will count. So that will be June 2024, that is a 50%, and Rohan June 2024 is like 0%, because John is having a no solved ticket. John is not having any, sorry, Rohan is not having any solved ticket. Rohan is having only escalated. So that way this monthly solve rate will work, right? Next function that do we have is add escalation flag. So here we have to add escalation flag, one special column, extra column into my data frame. So normally in the data frame, how many column we have? We are having a 4 column, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we are to add one more column like escalation. So third function, what it will do, it will add one escalation flag, only those which are having escalated. So for example, escalation is having like 3 particular places only. One is for Rohan, one is for Alex, and one is for Alex. So Alex is having like 2. So for Alex it is having 1, 1 and 1, and rest it is keeping like 0 only. So simple, how we are doing this. So we are checking if status equal to escalated, please as int. So it is adding is data frame equal to, so double equal to escalated. So it is giving like true or false. What it is giving, because double equal to always give answer true or false. So we have to make him them into convert into int. So that's why int will convert, true will be 1 and false will be 0, right? And it is written in the data frame. So what could be the output here? So output will be, it will add one new column into existing data frame escalation column, right? Now what is the use of next? We have to filter high escalation agent. So we have to filter here how many ticket as escalation, right? So here you have to understand this function as well, right? What is taking as an argument and what it is returning. So what it is taking as an argument, data frame, but what it is returning, data frame only, right? So here also what it is taking data frame as an argument, and it is taking one more value like threshold value, and what is returning, data frame only. On the base of threshold value, we can decide that having a high escalation. So threshold value we are keeping like 1. So when we are calling this function, right? When we are calling this function, we are passing 2 things here. What we are passing 2 things. One is a data frame and second one is a 1. So one is like a threshold value here. So it will check here, right? What it is check? df dot escalation double equal to count double equal to 1. So it will check how many is the count. Then group by agent. So it will count the agents wise. What is the total number of count escalation, right? Then it will take the size and then it will give an escalation count of them, right? And what it is doing here, it is checking. What it is checking? Escalation count. So suppose one is having a 2 escalation, one is having a 1 escalation. So count is greater than threshold. So only one condition will satisfy, that is for Alex. So Alex condition will be satisfied. So it will say, okay, that is having highest, what I can say like escalation. So that's why if we will get only one particular output here, Alex, with the escalation count is like 0, right? Next, that do we having a summarize the agent. So how does it summarize? Let's understand here. So that is the might of complete data frame that do we have, which we are passing, right, every time. And here we are having a status summary. So it is status, we are having like, for example, a status like agent, and here we are having a solve pending escalation. What is this? These are become the column here. Like for example, solve. Here solve is coming like row. Like status was the column, but instead of status, what is the column? Here that we are getting solve pending and escalation, right? How it is happening? That is doing by the one function called crosstab. So before understanding this, we have to understand the crosstab function, because crosstab will play a very important role here. So crosstab count how many times combination occur between two columns. So here we are passing two arguments inside that crosstab, agent and status. So agent is become a row and status will become a column. So whichever agent value we have, that will become a row and status will become a column. So that is called crosstab, right? Crosstab. So for example, these having like agent John, Mike, and status like this. So here if I will use the crosstab here, right? So that time it is saying, okay, so agent like John and Mike, that will become a row and this status will become a column. So status we are having a 3 value, right? Solved, pending or escalated. So escalated is a 1 column, pending is a 1 column, solve is a 1 column. So that is we are doing crosstab. That means the row will become a, here status, a column will become a like column here. So this has become a row and this has become a column, that we are saying. So what it is using, it is automatically group data, count occurrences and create the summary table. So that is a kind of summary table that is creating. So that is the purpose of crosstab. Now let's understand in the code here. So what we are doing here, so it is taking a data frame, returning a data frame. So it is using crosstab. Crosstab is taking two things, agent and status, right? So agent will become a row, status will become a column, and then it is doing reset index. Reset index means it will again what making the same index, right? So that way it is doing. So then what could be the result? It will be here. So that will make like here status, agent, solve rate, pending, escalation. So Alex is having a like solve rate, pending and escalation. John is having a like solve rate, pending and status. So who is doing this? This is doing by the crosstab only. And this is a simple for loop which is going to count and putting into a column here, and we are putting into a summary status. Summary status will become a like new data frame which is having a agent, solve, pending and escalation. So here we are having a one particular summary is like a one this status only, right? So it is checking here from the solve, pending, escalation and that adding into a summary column, and the summary heading a like agent, solve, pending, status and escalation. So same it is returning, right? So now let me repeat once again the calling. So first it is calling the create data frame. So it is taking the CSV file as an argument, so returning the data frame and we are displaying here. Monthly solve rate, it is calling the compute monthly solve rate. It is taking data frame and it is returning a new data frame, right? So every time it is returning a new data frame. So it is returning data frame. So here it is having a like data frame that we are using like using merge. So it is giving like 3 column, right? After that what happened? Next we are having a like third, add escalation flag. It is taking one data frame. So here we are passing this existing data, this data frame only. And after that, every time we are getting a new data frame. So new data frame is calculated by the specific function, and that we are getting here and then we are displaying here, right? So like for example, high escalation agent. So high escalation agent again will take a data frame with a threshold value and it will return a new data frame. Same like happening with the summary status. So summary status also is taking a data frame, that existing data frame, and returning the new data frame. I will put that code in the comments, right? So please go through with the code as well and watch this video completely. Thank you guys.